What is up, YouTube? I think we should be live now. There we go. So this is going to be a short stream today. I quickly want to go over the NASDAQ, set up a quick little plan for the evening for me, and see if there's any possible trades to be played here. And after the NASDAQ, I want to go over a bit of crypto, over the main majors, the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, the Solana, and then that's where I'm gonna end the stream. Okay, starting on the NASDAQ, as soon as London opened, we took out Asia with a great range and a manipulation phase below it, and then we just got that massive expansion towards the upside. And looking at the 30 minutes, this was also our structure low. Let me zoom in here. So this is the structure we had to hold in order to keep this momentum towards the upside. And what we did is we actually hunted the origin right here. This is the first time price came up. It held right here. The buyer stepped in, and that's where we also created new highs. That's a really relevant point in the market. We've also hunted that, and that's where we're getting this reaction from. And also, of course, the freaking SMT with London right here, which was so much confirmation for upside, but couldn't take any trades here locally. We had no structure shift towards the upside, just this pull down, and then this local uptrend from higher highs and higher lows. So no play for me there. I'm also here with the Chartsmith.
What's up?
There he is. Okay, let me quickly post this on X, just quickly. Okay. There we go. Good. So what would be our plan for more upside here, Chartsmith? Of course, we've kind of been grinding up, right? It's some valid 1 minute pullback, but if you straight away go towards the 2 minutes, there's literally nothing except your origin right there. So
It's really ugly how you came over.
And only the structure break is only valid on the 2 minutes. It's not there on the 3 minutes, and not there on the 5 minutes. There's no good 2 candles moving upwards confirming our valid pullback. It's not the case, so it's also not the most beautiful thing.
Maybe we can get some support from our local origin.
Yeah, true. It's all the way down there.
Otherwise, yeah, it has to create something, because this is just ugly.
Yeah. So if we can start rejecting that low, this is just such an aggressive move up. With this aggressive move up, you want to go somewhere in between, like the 0.5 line or this breaker, because a lot of people were shorting here. You can also see that on the price right there. So possibly we could create some price action right there for continuation for the upside. But
also a possibility. I mean, this is a place to reject for a new higher low, but
no good high time for value gaps though. So I'll really grind these. So price action would have to develop itself. There's no not really a good point of interest here to to long
But
from.
expectations are high low and high high.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, going on the 5 minute, we can still easily go down here. We can hunt 661.5 and then still move down, because that's our 5 minute structure. That's also our little manipulation from news before our massive dump down. So we could just keep that. That's the thing that's so ugly here. And yeah, we're just building liquidity on this up move. So
yeah, I'm curious what's gonna happen.
me too here.
Most of the times you will look, you will seek for the origin because you have nothing to use here. Otherwise, it's gonna range a bit and then create something. But there's no other option for price.
Yeah, it's not the cleanest.
Nope.
There's a good liquidity troll on the highs though. Okay. Let's quickly go over Bitcoin. Bitcoins. Oops. Okay. First chart on Bitcoin. This was a few scenarios I've sketched out for the Discord group. For me, to really wanted to look for longs on the higher time frame here, but none of those have played out by now. Also, if you want to join the Discord, then I'll put the link in the live chat right now. But for the people that are not watching live and they're just watching this back, it could be really interesting for them to join and look more than one perspective than their own.
We're building it, right, to be a community where we can talk with each other, share thoughts, share wins, share losses, our knowledge, everything.
Yep. The higher time frame deviated our low, which is great, and we've got a reaction back inside this range here, this high time frame range. But our most important thing for more upside was to break this buy to sell. This is our last 4-hour pullback that we've made new lows from. This was the most important to break for in order to start getting more price action towards the upside. So let me put a to gain line here. This is what we want to gain for more upside. That's not what we did here. No, this is actually really ugly, because this is also what happened with news. It's not just because the news is negative or positive or anything. The news just accelerates the movement it already wanted to make. So if you really wanted to be bullish, you wanted this structure to keep following this 1 hour structure towards the upside. But no, we have broke structure, and now the expectation order flow would be another lower high for another lower low, especially because our 4-hour trend is towards the downside. So it's not looking too great yet for the bullish scenarios.
The only thing you did with news was take out all your last buy side liquidity, right? Now you can expect the only thing that can make this bullish is a model 1 if it gets confirmed.
Yeah,
that's the best scenario.
Get a bounce on this extreme one here, but we will also have to see
exactly
local change of structure. Clearly a decline from not getting that low. Absolutely. If we want to bounce for this. So local market structure will confirm that, or else gonna have to go below the low, and possibly with the shootout towards the bottom actually hit the 73.5k on Bitcoin, which is a massive demand, which is also it's just a really good point. It's close to previous all-time highs. It's around 70k. We have the room in this whole demand to get upside, because if we look at the weekly, there's just nothing going on for bearish, right? This is just a normal top we created. Nasty liquidity hunt though, but and now we're just going back to our structure right here, which you pretty much always want to connect. So we have to pretty much touch the 74k would be huge, and from there on the high time frame you can start searching for longs again. But right now the longs are not confirmed from the place the price is at right now, so we'll have to stand by for our longs and wait for the proper confirmations right there. What's up everyone, welcome to the stream. If you're new here, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and come chat with us, because we have a lot of insights of the market, and we want to share our experience on the market, so you and also we can learn from it. This is a local range, by the way. Do want to draw that in.
Yeah, you can use it for your confirmation when you're gonna go down.
It's a good supply to short from, aligning with this whole liquidity pool and resistance, because this is also just a good support resistance, right? And following the liquidity, this is a good place. Plus, following your range deviations, then this would also be, if we get a structure shift from this supply, it would also confirm a TCT model 2 for rotation towards more downside. I've hunted everything down here. Or are those equal lows? Let me check. No, we've hunted that. Okay. Create a drawing. I want to know what is our extreme point from this whole sell to buy. Where did the buyers actually step in? Is there an origin here? Okay. Of course it's this one, but it has been tested, and because this structure hasn't been aligning with our previous structure right here while creating this liquidity pool above it, I think when we extend this zone, do we have a tap in it? No, we do not. Okay, that's interesting. So still a valid place to come back there and expect possibly more upside. Go to the 15 minutes. This is scenario 1, touch extreme supply. Is there a good extreme liquidity? Remove this orange line, because this model is the most relevant now. Yes, this is our most extreme liquidity. So we have a few scenarios that we could short here. Let me check it. That would be market shift structure in this supply towards the bottom, and then exactly the same for this extreme liquidity. So let's actually place that right here, make it clean. There we go. Those are some good scenarios. I do not want to look for another extension above this, because there's absolutely no freaking reason to come up there. This candle has done everything. Okay, some good scenarios sketched out. Of course, we can pop into an accumulation now. Because we have front ran this supply, let me check if that's an order block on a different time frame. Yeah, it is pretty much, you know, the wicks on the 10 and the 15. Yeah, it's also a 30-minute order block. Okay, that's good to know. So there's absolutely a reason to come below the low we just created again. So local scenario for longs. There we go. Yeah, this is what I would be looking at on Bitcoin on the local picture. For the rest, I'm more bearish than bullish. this is really what I'm looking for. But on the proper confirmation, this would also be alright. Okay, let's go over Ethereum. Okay, this is a mess. Let's remove this first. I'll keep this though. This is our first push and hold before we got that expansion up. And it has not been mitigated yet, so that would be good if we could do that. Ethereum is walking behind a lot. As you can see in the chart, we have to gain this level for more upside towards this supply, and then probably some other highs here, or else it's just expectational to get another higher low or a lower high for another lower low. So the high time frame still bearish. That does not mean we can search for long scalps right here towards this supply, because we have touched a really good weekly order block here. Yep. Okay, going over this locally. Do not like this wick on Ethereum. Basically what we're doing is this. Because this was our move up, it's basically the uptrend, so we want to draw it from high to low, and these are the 2 points we are moving from. And I do like this deviation on the low, which could indicate possible accumulation. And why am I starting to like this on Ethereum? Because we've left all the highs open locally right here. Yeah, that's definitely looking good. It's a good return to zone. Let's look at the supply that's holding us back now, which is, I'm guessing, this buy to sell. Why this buy to sell is because we were locally bullish here. This tried to push us up, but that's where sellers stepped into the market and actually switched our local uptrend to a downtrend. So this is the place where they stepped in. And that's the market makers I'm talking about. Skip this ad real quick on YouTube, because the Dutch advertising is terrible to listen to. 30-minute block is tested. Okay, all of these blocks. Okay. I'm gonna draw a line here because this is just our 1 hour block before it dumped down. So imbalance below it is where the aggression came from. This would be a really good scenario. And then we have two scenarios here. We're mitigating this supply, so there's literally no resistance all the way from there. We're building up the lower highs for liquidity, and then we would either have to mitigate extreme demand, or grab extreme liquidity, or make another deviation at the low. So let me extend this range here. I like this on Ethereum. So let's keep following this. Is there an extreme demand yet? Minute order block, it's not mitigated yet. Also 45 minutes, it's okay. Yep. Is the NASDAQ doing anything? Chartsmith?
No, just grinding up. Just took your liquidity of 662. But nothing special.
Would be great for the volume profile to touch the supply. Obviously we're gonna grab a reaction from it because we are supply chaining still. and then really get some more price action down here, so a lot of volume can shift towards this bottom line here. Yeah, it's not that bad on Ethereum. Let's go over XRP, Cardano, and Solana, and then we're gonna end the stream there. XRP, of course, still creating that huge buy side liquidity curve on the highs, which is great for the future scenarios. Let's look at this local picture first, because we've swept just really important liquidity right now, and we're kind of still in this wick demand, because obviously this wick is bought up by a lot of big players because the price reacted so much from it. So I do not want to see price below this wick. I want this wick to be seen as grabbing enough fuel for that to break this high, and so we can start going up from there. If we do go back to this wick, then we would either have to range a bit here and accumulate before going up, or we're going towards this demand here, which is unmitigated. 4 hour, gain this, please. That would be great. And then this is our little pullback before a break for this, and continuing our structure. There's some sort of range here, but let's zoom in at that in a second. See if we've touched this pullback. Yes, sir. Demand chaining right now. Still trying to break this 4 hour structure, which is great. This is nothing. This is something. There we go. It's pretty much the same on Bitcoin right here. Getting probably resistance at that high, and even if we can gain it, would be beautiful. Still in this local uptrend though. Another 30-minute order block. Yeah, this is great. Our last sell move before our expansion up, and we broke structure. On the local time frame, of course. Remove this to gain again. Where do I want to find resistance here? Of course, this is our extreme liquidity, and I don't think I really see a good supply up here. Of course, this is our last buy move before the sell down, but it's been mitigated a lot. It was just grinding down, testing everything back, making this all here just liquidity, and that's why we also got that squeeze up right here, which accelerated price action because there were a lot of stop losses there. No reason to come above that high again, unless the market wants to break this high and go for the higher time frame structure break. Like that. Or else, yeah, this is scenario. Resistance from there. Bounce from there. Do see little refined demand zone here. So basically what happened is here we were still trending down and the price was bearish, but this is the part on the lower time frame where buyers, or where sellers wanted to push the price down, but buyers stepped in there and pushed the price up. So this is actually our origin from this break of structure towards those highs. So definitely relevant to draw in, and that also makes the price have a reason to go below this wick again. So this is also a scenario. Okay, great. XRP done. High time frame, still bearish until proven otherwise. Locally, these are the scalp scenarios you could be looking for. Of course on the local confirmation. So if we come back here, we want that structure shift on the local time frame. Same for the upside right here. It's XRP done. Let's check ADA. Exactly the same as everything else. You have this 4-hour structure, and this is what we need to gain. Only ADA has not hunted that here yet, which is a bit weaker than expected from this one. This is our whole major supply, and this is our last pullback till the massive expansion up, which we have tested. So if we really want to see more upside, we need to gain this in order to grab all this liquidity and go for those equal highs there. Locally, ugly ranges. Let me look at this here. Not valid to draw your range from there, from this high to this low. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm not gonna draw in a range here because we've disrespected everything. There's not a clear range to draw here, even though of course we are trending up, but this is not a valid pullback really on any time frame. So that's why we've deviated this to multiple times. So I'm gonna leave the range where it's at right now, and I'm gonna use the trend liquidity model, which is when you are building up trend liquidity on one side, you want to wait for a massive volume spike towards the upside, making everyone placing buy orders right here, and that makes it interesting for the market makers to fill up short orders here and sell their short orders to all the buy positions that have been putting there. So huge trend liquidity curve. We had that expansion up, and we've had that break of structure towards the bottom. This is untested, which is great. This is a good POI to expect price to reject from. Yeah, great change of character, still that good liquidity curve. Probably value area high right there. No, it's a bit more compact than I thought. I guess that's okay. This was of course our major high. This was our drop off that actually made us go bearish, this supply right here. The lower time frame, you can see we were still bullish when we've made this up move. Then we tried to make the higher low for another higher high right there, but the buyers failed doing so, and this is where the sellers stepped in. This is also where the retail sellers stepped in, and that's exactly what we swept right here, which is a good sign for shorts. Yeah, this is following our structure. We want to expect that lower high for a lower low, taking out this liquidity right here. So this is the point of interest to short from on local confirmation. Where can we go to? It's a hectic chart again. There we go. Zoom in. I mean, we've made new lows from here, and that's when buyers stepped in and took over, and this whole thing is untapped. So this is pretty much your big point of interest right here. And then we probably have a local part where, yeah, you can see this little pullback before the expansion up. Definitely relevant again. That's a refined zone. Because our order flow is still down, you can expect high time frame also new higher low, but you can also expect price action to start developing up from here, because we've touched our high time frame demand right there. So we can see if on the high time frame demand takes over and start creating higher lows on the higher time frame to push price up towards all of this liquidity right here. It's not looking too bad. Some great scenarios. Not looking too long here in this part on ADA. Definitely not too much liquidity here. There we go, ADA done. We're gonna do one more, that's Solana, and then I'm gonna end the stream. Quick and powerful is what we say. I've drawn in this box. I've went over this part many times, so if you do wanna know why I think price doesn't have to go below this, and this is our last hold, then check out previous streams. I want to make this stream quick and compact. So if we take this wick, we can probably expect price action to go towards this untested demand because liquidity is right there. Or else we can still expect price action to move up from our last hold if the local price action decides to break structure.
Ontdek nieuwe muziek door te swipen op de YouTube Music app.
Swip this advertisement of the Dutch one again. Okay. 4-hour structure, same as everything else, down. We hunted this, no we have not. Again, yes, we've got a relief bounce on crypto, but no confirmations for more upsides. Ugly ass price action on Solana. This is really ugly to stop drawing the range from. So you could argue that you can use this, which is valid. Yeah, everything is the same, bro. Yeah, this is valid. Let's make this less big. I mean, is it looking that bullish for me? No, it's not. You're making those trend liquidity higher lows that just really want to be taken out. Little demand down here, same as every other chart. Yeah, you can start at the impulse where we tried to start breaking that high. See if we just did it to trap in some people, get some stop losses, then stop all of those people out and start moving price action up from there. That could be the case here. Okay, nothing great on Solana. Everything tested, a lot of liquidity. Bro, Solana is the most ugly one of them all. You know what I say when I see ugly charts? Go to your other charts that are more clear, because if they're gonna give if Solana wants to go down from here, then they're gonna give it for ADA as well, you know? It's you need to switch charts then. Don't get too troubling if the chart is too ugly then. Just switch over your pair. Problem solved, right? If they're giving the short on Bitcoin, then they're gonna give the shorts on other pairs. If they're gonna give this long on Bitcoin, then they're also gonna give it on the altcoins. You just have to find the perfect pair that looks the best, I guess. Because if you take a long on Bitcoin, like right here, and on Ethereum, you basically, if you take 1% on each trade, then you're basically risking 2% in one trade. Because if one goes wrong, then the other one is definitely going wrong as well. And if they both go right, then they both go right. But your risk exposure at that time is literally 2%, because it's pretty much the same trades. Buy and a short at the same time, yeah, sure. If the charts look like that, then I'm not against that. Of course, on different pairs, buy on one, sell on the other, it's okay. Yeah. Didn't hear anything from the chartsmith about the NASDAQ, so I think it doesn't look that interesting, and it definitely does not. This is expansion for you. Damn. Okay. This was the stream for today, guys. It was a short stream, but a powerful one. I think we went through the most important things, which is our major altcoins. These are also the altcoins that Trump announced at the Federal Reserve. And I'll see you all in the next stream. If you're watching this back, you're a legend. Alright, see ya.